Hey guys, Golden here. Welcome to another Magic the Gathering Arena video. So today we have a cool spin on a competitive deck from the last set. I played a lot of Golgari Adventure, and this version uses Grey Merchant of Asphodel, adds that in with a little bit more black cards. I made a couple tweaks to the deck I was running last set, and I've been extremely pleased with the results. I've been definitely a positive win rate, probably in the 70% range, and winning games against other competitive decks as well. So we'll take a look at the list here. A lot of the normal adventure cards. We have Edgewall Innkeeper, obviously one of the best engines in the game for this type of build, and Foulmire Knight, Order of Midnight. Those haven't changed. We did add in Yarok's Fenlurker because it does synergize a little bit better with Grey Merchant, and it's a strong card anyways because it hits the hand of the opponent, and the double black really helps. Murderous Rider, Rotting Regisaur for the aggression, Lovestruck Beast for the aggression, Questing Beast for the aggression, the Grey Merchant of Asphodel in here. I've won a lot of games with this. So that one thing I ran into last set with this deck is at times, especially against like the mid-range and controls, they can just overtake you at a certain point, unless you have great henge on the board and you're just churning out a lot of value. They get creatures in the way, bigger creatures than you have trouble finishing out the game. So it kind of transformed the deck from an extremely aggressive deck into a more mid-range. It has a little bit more of that mid-range play, and I really like the build here. So Grey Merchant obviously has shown so far to be a awesome card, and in this deck it definitely does not disappoint. On the sideboard, we have some normal black and green sideboard cards. Duress is in there for Fire's Invention, which you'll see that matchup here coming up. Epic Downfall for the bigger creatures. Noxious Grasp for Teferis and Nissas. Midnight Reaper against control. This can be very important. It also synergizes with the with Gary over there. And if you're against control and you get this down, their board wipes just restock you. So it's just another way to generate more value with the engine in that. Thrashing Brontodon against Fire's Invention and any other. Obviously, right now, it might be worth putting more of these in because of all of the enchantment creatures as well. This can hit a lot of things. I kept it at 2 just because I haven't seen a ton of those in Platinum right now. But if a really good enchantment deck runs out, this could be a good sideboard piece to have more of. Shifting Ceratops against any blue matchup. Vivian Arcbow Rangers against a little bit more of that mid-rangey to aggro matchup to fight creatures and to add counters to get your creatures bigger than the aggro creatures. And then Casualties of War, because green and black, when you blow up all their stuff, it's a wonderful thing to behold. So that's the deck. Enjoy the matchups coming up. They were a lot of fun, and please like and subscribe if you like the video. It really helps me out. Have a good day. And double Edgewall Innkeeper. We don't have any adventure creatures though, but hopefully we can draw into one or two. So we're gonna keep it. Temple of Enlightenment. Let's see. So ideally we want to get adventure creatures, obviously. Foulmire Knight would be great. Anything really. Foulmire Knight would be the best. Obviously we can double Innkeeper next turn. Looks like we're probably playing against blue-white control. So I would imagine he's gonna counter one of these with a Quench. No, maybe not. Okay, we're gonna do the second one. Maybe Brazen Borrower. Omen of the Sea. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can get a better idea of what we're up against. I'm still assuming blue-white control, but we'll see. You never know. HHF. What do you got for me? A Hollowed Fountain. That's what you got for me. Okay, so Guess we're just gonna go aggro style. If he has to deal with these cards, it might give us a chance to draw into some adventure cards later on down the line. So we'll see. So we have Rotting Regisaur this turn. We have Questing Beast next turn. Ooh, sticking that's nice. He might Brazen Borrow it back to my hand though, so we'll see. He may opt to wait till my turn, so that way I discard a card and then bounce it. Nope. Wants to use the mana. Okay. Go Innkeepers! On that 10-turn clock. So obviously this wasn't a great aggressive start for us here, but hopefully we can turn it around. Okay. It's fine. We're going to start aggroing out. So I'm doing that this turn because next turn, assuming I can actually play a card, I can do Regisaur into Great Henge. Okay. Is he gonna get his own? Gonna hit his omen? What's he looking for? If he does that and plays this, I'm golden. He could have a time wipe, obviously, which would hurt, but I'll already have the Great Henge down. Okay, he leaves that open. That has flash, I guess, so we're gonna crack this. I'm actually going to crack it for black, because if I do resolve the Great Henge, that's a lot of black. Unless this decides it wants to tap me out. Quench. Come on, you know you don't have it. All right, that's good. I'm assuming he might be looking for a board wipe. That might be why he let that resolve. He knows that if he can't take care of my creatures, he's dead, so. One nice thing though, if he just wipes my board, the Great Henge does a very good job of restocking. Obviously, if both of these are still on the board, I'll drop the Questing Beast next turn. Keep the Grey Merchant, does damage. Okay, so found a board wipe. I'm going to do that because I always forget. That's okay though, because I can Questing Beast this turn. Unless he bounces that, okay. Still gonna do that though. Questing Beast. Still puts him under pressure. Next turn I can drop the Great Henge. Or if I need to, I might just drop good old Gary here. Oh. So I have two options. I can just Gary the crap out of him. Gary into Gary. I can Great Henge and then Gary into Gary. Let me see. If I Great Henge, next turn I'll have, if I draw mana, I can actually do it twice. but he has the option for... I'm going to attack first and make him play his Brazen Borrower, just in case he has a counter. To do the Great Henge, I'm going to get the value out of it. As much as I would have liked to play Gary that turn. Okay, that's okay though, because it made him use up that to get the Great Henge off the board. And Quench doesn't do it against Gary, so... Force the chump, perfect. Let's go. In Gary we trust. He's like, what the hell? What's he doing here? Stealing all my money.
Let's slow this down.
Fairy Tea. Let's go. You want to bounce Gary? I'm okay with that. Questing Beast is okay too, actually. Okay, so he's going to use the Brazen Borrower to bounce. It's Questing Beast, maybe. I need one more mana would actually be nice, so I can double spell because he won't be able to counter both, and one of them will more than likely be able to finish the game. What's that do? I have no clue what that card does.
The tragedy of my death has only strengthened my
Gain 5 life.
rest. I will continue the fight.
Okay, so we are just gonna drop the Order of Midnight in double Gary's Gary Clan, and all right, that was fun. Okay, so we're against control, so we're gonna bring in the Midnight Reapers. We're gonna bring in the Shifting Ceratopses. And we could bring in that, but I don't think so. No. Could do Duress. I'm going to take out... Let's see. Could take out Gary, but I like him. Alright, what do we remove? We can hit their hand and really hurt their game plan early. So I like the Fenlurkers in here. Take out a couple of the Lovestruck Beasts. Maybe the Duresses are too greedy. There's nothing really specific in this matchup we're trying to hit. So they're not really that important. I would rather keep the aggression on. Alright, 2 more. Great Henge is good to keep restocking. If we can get it on the board, now yeah, he can bounce it, so it might be worth just taking... I'm going to just run 1, because he has a lot of stuff that can deal with it. And we'll take out one Gary. Just in lieu of having a shifting Ceratops, because in a blue matchup, it's extremely strong. You can't counter it, and you can just drop it and give it haste right away, which will, none of his stuff can really deal with it. Okay, that's a good keep. We have the Innkeeper and the Knight. We're going to start off with the Temple to make sure we have black, and we'll be able to scry, and then we'll be able to double spell. So he's going first, which isn't good. That means he's going to have 2 mana open. On turn 2 for something like a Quench. So we don't want this to get quenched, but we might have to just... I'm going to keep it. I want the second black for Murderous Rider and make sure I hit my land drops here. If I can get the Edgewall Innkeeper down, it's not going to... I'll be able to draw pretty effectively because I'll have that. I have a Murderous Rider that I can just drop if he doesn't drop Teferi. And then Order of Midnight. So I have a lot of card draw, assuming I can keep that Innkeeper on the board. Okay, good. Goes in tap. So make sure I... Okay, yeah. So Innkeeper and Foulmire Knight draws this card. Gets the engine going here. Perfect. So next turn, if both of these stay on the board, I can Foulmire Knight and Order of Midnight, and I'm just drawing through my cards. So he might drop to Teferi here, but if he does, that's okay. Could try to go aggressive, but I think getting card advantage early will definitely pay off long run. So before I do anything and he can respond, I'm just going to start dropping these cards. So we're going to start off with that. Okay. So right now we're just flooding the board, giving him something that he has to deal with here. So he could... What could he have here to flash in? He could flash in the Brazen Borrower. I'm leaving the Edgewall Innkeeper back, just because my luck, there's some card that I'm forgetting about that he'll flash in to block out the Innkeeper, so... Nope, just the Borrower. Can't block with that, so... Guess he's just trying to get something on the board to start pressure to block out the Order of Midnight. Okay, I think I'm pretty safe to play the Regisaur now. I've generated a lot of card advantage, so discarding isn't the biggest deal. I am going to just attack with all. I can crack this and Murderous Rider if he tries to flash something into block. Alright. Okay, so I have two options. I can just try to slam Regisaur, or I could leave open the Murderous Rider. So I'm expecting a board wipe. So I think I'm just going to wait and leave open Murderous Rider. If he wipes my board, that plays around a board wipe, because if he wipes my board, I can just Regisaur next turn. I'm going to take out the Borrower, though, if he doesn't wipe the board. I'll take the damage. That's not going to be really an issue in this game. Okay. Okay, Midnight Reaper. So that restocks me. If this resolves, then I'm in a really good position. Alright, so now even if he board wipes me, it's not really a big deal. Shadow of the Sky doesn't exile, does it? Okay, so we're going to put the temple down. Another Regisaur. That's good. Right now I have lands. I just want that gas. What do we got? Could bounce, yeah, bounce the Midnight Reaper and then wipe the board next turn, but I can restock pretty effectively here. So now we're going to put down Regisaur and Midnight Reaper. Again, allows us to restock, and it's enough to kill him if he doesn't get something in the way. And I have a Murderous Rider to get rid of any card that he puts down, like Gadwick. Luckily, if he puts Gadwick down, he's probably going to want to keep something open, so he's not going to really be drawing many cards. This is one of the reasons I like this Golgari build over just maybe mono black. Is because against control decks like this, you just have a much better engine to keep restocking your hand, and it just feels so much better. Obviously, mono black is fast. It does a really good job, but if you hit that wall, you can't really come back. Whereas with this, I have so many more plays. I could bring back the Innkeeper to restock my hand again. Let me see if that's the right place. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So 5. Okay, so next turn, I'm not going to be able to Murderous Rider. So this will give me the power on the board I need, plus it draws me cards. And I also have, and it gives me, if he wipes the board, I get extra cards than if I were to, say, just throw down Rotting Regisaur. And remember, we do have Grey Merchant in this deck, so I could very easily, if he's down at 3, 4 life, okay, that's a good sign. I could very easily just win the game. Like this. Alright, so I have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Unfortunately, Murderous Rider. So let me try to do this. See if I can bait out a counterspell so that he can tap. Make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah, so let me try to bait out a counterspell, just in case. And then see if Gary... Did he hold a counter? He gives me the oops. Is that what he did? Yeah! Alright. So, good showing against control with that deck. Blooded Scalp. That's disturbing. Okay, so it's a lot of swamps. Mulligan that. Okay, that's better. So we have our Innkeeper, Murder Strider. I'm going to drop the Henge here. Okay, so we're against Fires of Invention. So we want aggression here. That's probably our best play. So Questing Beast is good. In the main board, I don't have anything to deal with fires. So if he gets fires down early, I'm probably gonna get stomped. Yep. If I get fires, I should have probably waited a turn for that. I have Thrashing Brontoton that I'm going to bring in. So I'm bringing in a Swamp, even though I don't have... Okay, well, paid off. So I'm going to keep that open. If he drops Fires and then drops Sphinx, I can instantly kill it. Okay. Fires. Oh, he opts for the Bone Crusher Giant. Okay, I'm still gonna kill it. Use my mana. Deals 2 damage to me, but so you got to turn 4 fires, which is obviously not good. If you played this deck, I could probably lose in a turn or two. Let's see, Cavalier, Kenrith, not any better. So he'll haste that. No, he opts to draw a card. Okay. Okay, so let me attack and see what he decides to do. I obviously have another Questing Beast, so the trade. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna kill Kenrith. Trade through that. Alright, this is probably game. Drops another creature, gives them both, and then I lose. Oh, yep, there we go. That's another Cavalier. And then we just get demolished. Oh, look, there's 14. Oh, look, there's 16. And that's, oh, look, 18 damage. That's too bad. Alright. We got Fires of Invention did. So, we're going to bring in the Brontodon. I'm going to bring in 1 copy of the Casualties of War. And Epic Downfall. To Duress. So obviously Duress, this is one of the reasons it's in our sideboard, is for Fires Invention. So that deals with fires. So does the Thrashing Brontodon. Alright, so what are we taking out? I'm going to take out a Great Henge. It's not very controlly, so I'm not going to put in a Midnight Reaper because it's board wipes, even though he's probably going to board some of them in. I'm more worried about just disrupting his game plan here. Could be the wrong call. We'll see. We'll find out. Left Strike Beast. It's not a lot of early aggression, so it's not that big of a deal to have the 5/5 body. Take out 2 of those for the Thrashing Brontodons. Take out a Fenlurker, since I'm putting in some epic downfalls. Try to keep our curve relatively the same. Take out Grey Merchants. We're lowering it a little bit just to get a little bit more aggressive. 2 more cards. Take out a second Gary. And let's see. The Order of Midnight. All right, let's go like this. So game plan. They don't nut draw. That's our game plan. Voodoo magic to make sure that they do not draw. Well, that is not a good start. That is also not a good start. But I'm going to keep it because if I do get a second land, or actually even if I don't and he just doesn't stomp my Edgewall Innkeeper, we're going to do that. Backup game plan, get to at least 3 lands and just keep slamming Rotting Regisaur on the board. So I should get at least 1 draw off the Innkeeper. So hopefully if I don't... Okay, didn't draw a land. Let's see. Alright, we got a land off of that one. That's good. And we get the Scry too into another land. Perfect! Look at that. Never doubted. So we're up to 3, so we can, like I said, we can just start slamming Regisaurs. We're probably going to lose that, yeah. Because they always have Stomp. 100% of the time, they have Stomp. So we're going to drop Rotting Regisaur, get aggressive. We're going first, so we want to try to push damage as much as we can. I'll drop one of the Regisaurs. I mean, I'm going to end up having to drop all of this anyways, right? Helps me get damage through. Keeping the land to discard because I want to get another Regisaur on the board. We're just gonna stay super aggressive right now. Probably has fires in his opening hand as well. Right, he goes to 8. Bone Crusher Giant on that. Does he have a Lava Coil or something? Yeah, Lava Coil. Alright. Get the Scry. Yes. Another Questing Beast coming up next. So he has to deal... He used 2 cards to deal with the Regisaur, so that's a good sign. He pays for that. Maybe so he can drop 2 creatures to get in the way. This Questing Beast should definitely help. Legion War Boss. Okay. And trying on that. Okay, so, I mean... I get him down to 1. He has to block with War Boss and lose the War Boss. So we're in a good position right now. So obviously we just play whatever we draw from our hand, since we're gonna have to discard it anyway, so. Again, he can get in the way. Alright. Game 2 goes to us. On a mulligan that with one land in the opening hand, which was looking kind of sketchy, so. Ceratops is an option here. It blocks out the Sphinx, because you can give it reach. We're on the draw now, which isn't great. Okay, so let's see. We'll keep it the same. We didn't really draw any of our sideboard cards, so it didn't really matter, but that's alright. Alright, again, so one land is apparently where it's at. Alright, that's a little bit better. Not really. We don't have much aggression. Look at that. He just wanted to come back and play. Alright, so. Okay. I mean, game plan, I guess, kill stuff and make him discard. Nah. That was almost. Well, I mean, honestly, I should probably do that anyways, right? Yeah. I might as well do that. We'll drop a Foulmire Knight. He might just stomp it just for the hell of it, but gets it out of his hand in case we draw an Innkeeper. Okay. Now we're here. We're just going to drop the Fenlurker. Let's attack first. Hit his hand. He drop Kenrith. So he probably has fires and another Kenrith. See if fires goes down. If it does, I'm hoping we can draw a land for the Brontodon to take it out. We'll see. Perfect. Okay. So we're gonna attack. I'm gonna leave Murderous Rider and Foulmire Knight open. I need a land here, so. Okay. Was not expecting that. Okay, so let's start generating some cards. Okay, so we've Epic Downfall open. And then we have enough mana now to play the Brontodon. Okay. We're going to crack this for green. Oh, passed them up. I have black open already. Okay, so we got to take out a Ketra. It can generate way too many cards. I'm going to put down the Innkeeper because at this point, he used one board clear and he has 3 cards in hand. If he has another one, he has another one. I need to start getting stuff on the board. He has another one. Alright. Okay, so I want to keep the aggression going. I could use Duress. He hasn't shown that he has a Fires. I feel like he definitely would have played a Fires of Invention by now if he had it in his hand. So he would have Fires into Storm's Wrath. Okay, there's Cavalier. It's okay. I have a Murderous Rider though. Could just play the Great Henge. I feel like I can't let him untap with that. doesn't do a lot of damage right now, so... Oh, I can't do both. I can't do both. Let's dress first. Okay, cool. We gotta crack this for black so we can use the Murderous Rider. Okay. That was good. And now we can use the Great Henge next turn. If we draw another land, we can double spell. I think we're probably safe to put the Brontodon now, just for tempo. I'm okay if he makes this trade. So Ketra goes down now. But he's top decking. And my top decks are probably going to be better. So this draws cards. The only problem is now I don't have the mana. I need to shoot. That's alright. I don't think there was really a way around it. Alright, we got Gary. Gary in the house. Alright. Unfortunately, I don't have enough black mana to do anything. Alright, so that top deck is important. I don't have enough black mana. If I can get one more black mana, I might be able to... Okay. Let's see. Can't do it. Damn it. That actually was a good draw for him. He doesn't know I have Gary in my hand, but it was a good draw for him. Black mana would be good. I'd be able to do both. Obviously, a removal spell is probably one of my best draws here. That's not a removal spell, but it is black mana, so I'm going to pay for this, and we're going to Murderous Rider first. See what I draw off of the Great Henge. Gary, we're just going to Gary Patrol. Alright. We're going to win another game with Gary. Okay, that's fine. It wouldn't be fun if I didn't have another Grey Merchant of Asphodel in my hand, but I think we're going to be okay. He only has 2 mana here. Can I get a in, Gary? We trust. Boom. Got him. Alright. Nice. Awesome, guys. We'll end it there. That was a good game against Fires. So like and subscribe if you like the deck, if you want to see some more stuff. It really helps me out. And let's get in Gary We Trust. Goodbye.